perfect way to tee up our next guest. Say hello to Sam Fagin. He is the head of U.S. payments at the aforementioned Polygon. Thank you for being here.
Great to be here, JD.
And congratulations on that last, see the way my producers did that? That was the last read, and then we bring you in. Talk to me all about that. What does that even entail for huge deals like that to come together?
Yeah, so look, what we're building right now is a vertically integrated payment stack for enterprises and banks. So now, in addition to Polygon being a blockchain that's always been the settlement layer, now on top of that we'll be able to offer compliant infrastructure such as wallets, in addition to having coverage for fiat access to on and off ramps. So card payments, ACH, local bank transfers, now will really be in the value chain really from the blockchain layer, and now building on top of that with wallets and fiat rails. What
do you feel like you could not do previously that you can now do, at least a little bit better, now that the deal with Sequence and Coinme is moving forward?
Yeah, so since the regulation for the Genius Act has passed, we're seeing a lot of enterprise adoption. And really we've had conversations about folks looking to move money on chain, that being enterprise and fintechs. Now we're really to provide turnkey infrastructure within one API, so we're really a one-stop shop for all your payments needs on chain.
How are you approaching volume versus revenue and the ultimate building on Polygon scale?
Yeah, that's a great question. As far as scalability, we'll always look to optimize the network for speed and efficiency, but revenue is definitely a big component as we're looking to scale our business.
Adding Coinme's licenses and access, how big is that for a differentiator after this deal finalizes?
It is a massive differentiator for us. When we approach enterprises, they're always talking about compliance and security and reliability. Now with Coinme's infrastructure, whether it's the license, whether it's the fiat access, we're now able to really offer a turnkey solution to our partners.
In what ways did regulation, the rules of the road, shift for your industry in 2025? And a really important follow-up to that, I think. In what ways do you hope there are further changes here in 2026?
Yeah, no, absolutely. For regulation specifically that's coming up, can't really speak to that, but as far as what we have currently in place, enterprises needed this to really come into the market into a big way. It really creates a lot of efficiencies for them when they're moving cross borders, giving their users and merchants access to dollar rails and financial services. So the regulation was huge for enterprise and fintech adoption.
Do you feel confident that policymakers and lawmakers alike have learned to take these conversations a lot more seriously as of late?
Absolutely, yes. We're seeing it quite a bit on our side.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk to me about some of those key changes that have really emboldened you in the industry overall.
Yeah, I think when we're talking to enterprise PSPs that historically have been not sure if they can move money on chain, now with the regulation, we're talking about settlements, we're talking about treasury management, multinational corporations where historically they'd have dormant capital parked overseas in bank accounts in which they might not want to hold the fiat or the local currency. Now they're moving money on stable coins to build efficiencies in treasury management for their companies.
Yeah, the only bad part about this interview is I have so many more questions, but I'm out of time, which means you'll have to come back at some point. It's really good to have you. Sam Fagin, head of U.S. payments at Polygon. Congratulations on the deals. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks so much.